In the UK, there's a bowl for every surface for the Henselite product. Here overseas, I use the Tiger 2 and I use the Dreamline XG purely because I love the grip and the arc that the bowl takes, and that's what makes me one of the best players in the world.
The Traralgon Bowls Club. Amazing food for you and your family. Function rooms for celebrating with your friends. Corporate spaces for meetings and conferences. With special benefits for members. Visit us today at the Traralgon Bowls Club. More than just a bowls club.
Welcome back, everyone. Hope you're having an amazing Saturday. Our Saturday just kicked off with two amazing games. We're now down to the final of the mixed pairs for the 2023 Henselite Victorian Open. My name is Ottobre, and joining me, he must have done a good job in the earlier match, the V-man, Vinny McElwain.
Yeah, cheers, Mattio. Thanks
you going,
for welcoming
buddy?
me back. Good, mate. Come to watch another brilliant game here.
Two great semi-finals, weren't they?
Oh,
Both came down to the last end. That's what
both
you
down
want.
to the last end and both chances, and this is starting the way they're finishing.
Yeah. So we'll run through who's playing our final. You've probably already recognised them. We've got we've got Phil Crowder, who's leading. And he's playing with his partner, Leonie Flynn, who's a local.
Yeah, local from Stratford.
And they are playing the pair of Jan Morton, the president of Gippsland, and Thor, Shannon.
Yeah, so Jan and both Jan and Leonie play against each other fairly often during pennant.
Just getting our scoreboard adjusted, and I see there's an adjustment there too, so it's now after slightly, so you'll see that the number of ends, so after one end, after two ends, and so on. Phil takes the honours in that first end there. Vinny?
Yeah, Jan getting off her own front one earlier and cutting the jack, but not going with it.
You might see in the background there, we've got John Graham, one of our ITOs. Just a big shout out to all our umpires who have volunteered. I know we had some umpires out until probably 9 o'clock last night at Morwell.
They've done a brilliant job.
Yeah.
Everyone has, really.
And these events do not happen without amazing volunteers. So thank you to all our officials. I think we've got Rodney Bates down the other end. So he'll be paddling for us. Green for the Crowder Flynn rink, and yellow for Morton Shannon.
First of the skipper's bowls from Leonie. Just off track. They have moved over, Matty. They've moved to a new rink. So,
well, you can't play on the same rink twice in a row.
Yeah, it'd be a different line, and Thor has
Picked
taken
it up
straight
very
to it. Look
quickly.
at that. Well done.
Yellow paddle means Shannon and Morton. Just a reminder that this is a final, so this is our first final, and it's not timed. Still the respot in play.
Gonna go down.
Leonie
She's
looking
not far away.
Oh, Leonie.
What a
Flynn.
shot. The swing on that is great. There it falls.
Still a little bit of a runner here, Vinny.
Yeah, he's straight after it. He's not mucking around. Oh.
Gets his own ball out.
Own ball out, but he now owns the tee. Aggressive start from Thor.
So he's not protecting the tee. I thought he was going to the tee.
Oh, no, he is going for the tee, I think. He's got his foot there.
There was a lot of instructions there.
Yep. Yep. I'm not sure which one was which.
He has skipped Leonie quite well as a lead.
Yep. Yeah, well, there you go.
They are going to the tee.
Not you, Thor.
So just a reminder, there's no dead ends in the Victorian Open. Respot on the tee if the jack goes out of bounds. Backing himself to draw this off. Vinny?
Yeah. I'd be still looking, but very difficult shot here. Backs himself. Very good draw ball at all.
Oh, he's been in amazing form.
He's not far away. He's just got to run.
Oh, it's the start you want in a final, Vinny.
Two to the Flynn Crowder. Very nice.
So we'll be rotating commentators again after every 5 ends. JT and I think even Jimmy might get on the mic this afternoon.
Thanks, JT, for a little bit of an update there. We don't want Jimmy on any B graders on commentary. JT's the man. He got best on ground last one.
He carrier, did he?
Yeah. So I was told.
By JT?
Fair track. They've picked up their line pretty well, all of them here. Moving rings.
They did have a 2-end roll-up. You'll see next door that we do have some other games going on. They are not finals. That's our under-18 mixed pairs competition.
Great bowl
Jan
from
Morton.
Jan Morton. So Morty Matteo is also part of the Gippsland side. We'll be playing a Strzelecki versus Gippsland match in a few weeks.
A practice match. We're getting ready for region sides.
Yeah, getting ready for region sides.
Excellent. JT and I were talking about that before. Yarra's got a match against Eastern Rangers. I think Murray Mally's playing Wimmera.
Oh, there you go. Looks like a few of them are getting into it.
Merv wants to know which
quarterfinal match of the singles.
Oh. Have to be you, Vinny, won't it? You're a favourite.
House favourite. Everyone sees enough of me though. I'll let someone else get on the live stream, Matty, but you'll just hear everyone in the background cheering for me.
Oh.
Another great bowl from Morty.
Yeah, Phil needs to change his.
Well, he's got that one just at the back there, so any
Not
contact.
far away, Vinny.
Any contact is great.
Oh,
what a shot.
Great ball.
Opens it up, well done. Got a second shot out of it.
Merv, if I was a backing man, I would say Pavey v Flapper.
Yeah, Merv, I'd hope for the Zeno match as well. Because that is Vinnie McElwain playing Nate Zeno. Do we know about the triples, Matty? No, it hasn't been asked. I've just thought I'd ask.
Who's going to be live streamed?
Yeah.
No, I do not know that.
Jimmy hasn't. No executive decisions have been made.
I think they're having a big discussion about it upstairs and
Yep.
throwing around the possibilities. If you're a betting man,
Um.
who's short odds? I'd say it'd be.
Well, I reckon the ladies.
Actually.
Ladies matches. They got a pretty good lineup there.
So you've got Sophie Kurzman, Kate again.
Yep,
who's already
Kate
played.
And
this
Trish Dawn. And they're up against.
Michelle Tate.
That's it.
Is skipping.
I'm trying to remember the whole
I
side.
think there's. Is it Jill Hopper?
Great ball from Leonie. Just missing. Yeah, Jill Hopper, Debbie Goran, and Michelle Tate.
Great
So-
ball there from
Thor.
Thor.
Oof. Made 3 out of it.
Yeah.
And
Question, Debbie. We'll get to what they're bowling with in a moment. Let's see if Leonie can cut this down.
It's going to hold a little.
Oh, nearly snuck in
Is
there,
it?
Vinny.
Oh, it didn't fall against the bias like earlier. Although in saying that, Matty-O,
One. It's only one, Vinny.
only one.
Yeah, she's cut 2 out.
Oh, I thought he said that was third shot. But okay. Johnny's right in there though, so he gets to let us know. The men's triples final though. You are right. That's also
That's a good
a
lineup,
very good
isn't
lineup
it?
as well. Thor Shannon makes an appearance in another one.
He's got a busy day, hasn't he?
He's got a very busy day in the final here and then the triples final.
I saw quite a few of their matches. So Thor's bowling with the 2 Scottish boys, Ryan Kearns and Michael Stevenson.
Yep.
And they take on Colin Villadale.
And Andrew Daly.
Andrew Daly.
That was the side we went down to in the quarters.
And Nev Brown.
Yeah, nifty. I wonder if you wear his bright yellow shoes.
I reckon
He probably wants to be on stream.
I can actually see Nev from here. I think he has got him on.
Wait, are you just looking from the glare or where is he? Leonie looking to cut it back again. Well, only one down, but if she can get through that hole, chances. Very long delivery from Leonie. Just high.
Opportunity here for Thor now to make a number. Yep.
I think they're bowls, Matty. I think Jan
XGs, size 2.
and Phil is also using XGs.
Size 2.
And Leonie is also using XGs.
Size 3.
Correct. And Thor uses Taylor SRs?
Yeah.
SRVs?
SRVs, I think.
Gets him down all right. I think he'd be looking to just get onto Leonie's other bowl there.
Yeah, he could create a 3 or a 4.
Very nice delivery.
He's looking at it.
Not getting down for him enough. Good weight for it.
Yeah, spot on weight.
Well, they're gonna check Johnny here with the old trusty measure.
Actually, Jan signalled to Thor before, just saying one. Two.
It was 2. All square. Start again. So, Matteo, if we can take anything out of the last game, it looks like Jan and Thor are going to go long, as did Ben Hubber and Kate Argent. And Phil and Leonie still sticking to their shorter ends. Do you have a favourite length?
Oh, this is a good question. Playing singles, I love minimum.
Yep.
Not a huge fan. Oh, not a huge fan of T to T.
There we go, everybody.
There's my weakness.
Everyone plays Matteo. T to T it is. Is that how Tony got you?
Yeah. Well played.
Got to get one up sooner or later, don't I?
Well, you're about 4 down at the moment.
Yeah, that's no good. Yeah, you got a fair team on your side against me, though.
Yeah, it is a good question. Sorry, I've just been given the video controls from Brad.
There he
He's
goes
just
running
finished off a
down
roast.
there he is running down the back screen.
Oh, jeepers.
Sarah Rogers is calling it early. It's going to go down to an extra end. Big call there, Sarah. It is going to be a tight game, though. Another good starter there from Jen. They really have adjusted well. Couple of feet behind, giving Phil a little bit of room. Good afternoon, Brendan. Thank you for joining the stream. Hopefully get a good viewing of this final of the mixed pairs of 2023 Victorian Open. Thor likes it. Jan Morton, 6-1 right behind. One of the looser heads that we've seen from Phil. What a reply. What a reply. Great shot from Phil. Val Hardy doesn't know who to barrack for, but go Gippy. Well, there you go. You can. You're on both sides of the fence there. Very good camera work there, Matteo.
Thanks, mate.
How's he looking?
Yeah, it's great weight.
Oh, might make a difference. Jan's falling over there. Could have done something. No indications.
Problem is, they really need
Measure.
one of Phil's bowls behind Vinny. They don't have him this end.
No. And as we have seen, Thor plays pretty aggressively.
I would have thought their game plan would be to have at least one behind most ends after 3 bowls.
Oh. Leonie just missing her mark on that one. Haven't seen that very often from her. Not far away again from Thor.
Do you think Thor might try and take Phil's bowl out, put pressure on?
I think
if
so.
Leonie doesn't get one in here.
I think so. Absolutely no reason not to. He's got... Like, Leonie will have a bowl left, but...
Put the pressure on her.
Pressure on.
Leonie has bowled well under pressure
Yeah, I was about
in
to
this
say,
tournament.
She hasn't missed many when under pressure. Still chances.
I think he might go for it, Vinny.
Lefty, isn't he?
Yep.
So,
Forehand.
yeah, because he gets a trail. I think that's what he'll be looking for.
Okay, he's looking for the trail instead. Well, they're saying measure.
Yeah, Johnny's saying measure. That when Jan's bowl fell back in, so. Plenty of spectators here, Marg. The balcony getting packed. I don't know if they've got a capacity up there.
How's he looking?
He's looking alright.
Looking for Jack.
Oh, he's
Gets
got,
the
oh, he's got
roll
everything.
Oh, wow.
6, holding 6. That was huge. This is that pressure bowl we were saying.
Yeah. Still plenty of room to draw, Vinny. But the pressure now in a final.
Well, Leonie thought Phil was joking when he said 6 down. She goes, "You're joking."
No.
No. Oh, look, she's got a bit of room for to get third shot. So
You've got to be coming the open side, Vinny.
oh well, you could. They're all in. Doesn't matter if you crash into one and stay. You're just cutting it back. I'd back myself to draw it.
I would.
She's been playing very well.
She's doing the right thing. Couple deep breaths.
In the last game, JT asked if I'd back her to draw it, and she drew it. So
You backing her?
if she goes to the draw, yes, on the forehand side. But I think she's playing backhand into the bowls.
No, she's going backhand. Big bowl. Leonie Flynn looking to cut this 6 down.
It's got to get down.
How's it looking?
It's looking
Doesn't want to get a
alright.
gap.
Oh, no.
Oh, Vinny!
Oh my gosh. Good weight. Good weight.
That's a massive bowl.
That hurts. Yeah.
Oh, it's nice to see Thor and Leonie giving each other a low 5.
Yeah.
Wow,
Well, she had the weight. She was into the head.
You called it. She went the side of the bowls. I probably would have gone the other way. What do I know?
That's huge.
Mark, this game is not timed. It is a final. No time limits apply. Respot obviously still in play. Been a lot of debate about that, hasn't there, Vinny?
Yeah, yes.
Time game versus non-time.
Jan Morton, who's leading for Thor right now, she was in a little bit of that last night, Matty, that we witnessed over at Morwell.
Yeah, she was playing the quarter-final and lost.
20-19. Timed out.
Timed out.
And was on a surging comeback too. She was 12, 18 down, I think. And started really coming home and just a time beater.
Great bowl there.
Has many people weighed in their opinion on it?
Well, let's see what the public think. I know as someone who would be scheduling the event, I would be happy with that.
The timed events but with dead ends?
Well, you need time events for scheduling, knowing that you won't be blown out.
Yep.
So as someone who running the event and schedules everything,
yep,
you probably want timed. Public, we want to see games go to the end.
Oh, 100%. I just think on games that you're playing at 21 singles, I'd like to see it finished. 221. What a bowl here from Morty.
Great start from Jan.
What a shot. I'd like it to go the whole distance. But
I think
saying that,
most of our disciplines haven't breached the time limit. It's just a couple singles on fast greens.
There's been a few
and close
games.
Yeah, that's where you're going to get the breach.
Yep.
Oh, Phil.
I think with dead ends though, especially in singles, people probably would look to elect to play more weight instead of maybe taking that coverage, which kind of makes it, bit of two ways. You waste a bowl to get to the tee rather than put the pressure on with an extra bowl. Phil and Leonie crossover with 2.
Still can't get over that last bowl.
Yeah, that last bowl is huge.
That could play in the result of this, Vinny.
Brad will keep that one in the archives, surely. Putting the pressure on.
No, Brad will be all over that.
Could be a shot of the game. Bit of support for Leonie, for Loans, as they call her down here. Timmy Gribble's weighed in, Maddie, and I actually don't mind his response, to be fair. If it's a timed event and respot's fine, but if it's a final with no time limit, dead ends. That's
fair. Compromise.
Well, there's no time limit, so yeah, I like that as a suggestion. Yeah, there's a lot of discussions about some shots there as well, Stan. People do like to analyse it a bit, and then they walk back to the mat and miss completely. That's me. But I do like to have a chat about that one. There's another, adding a couple more, Leonie.
Putting the pressure now on. I think it would be nearly 4.
Yeah, I was about to say, I think that's 4, not 3.
Oh,
wow. We're seeing some different type of stuff happening here, Matty. Still 2 down, but he got into it. Jack rebounded twice then.
Yeah, this is... They don't have anything at the back, Jan, Morton and Thor.
Fair call from Phil there. He said, leave the head the way it is. Leonie get to the back. If Thor plays a bomb, he plays a bomb. That's what I'm a fan of. That call. beat him to it.
We need to get the camera crowder out of there.
Phil Crowder, the camera crowder.
That's not easy to say.
No, it's not. See if John can get his attention.
I might signal to John about that.
Well, he's moved now, so that's good. Especially for this bowl. This is the bowl we want to see. Thor's going to come searching. And Jan's going to be in a good position for it.
This time he's looking to just get that jack through, really, isn't it?
Oh, just his weight. 2. Great bowls from Thor, but still 2 down. Perfect weight on his last. And you're right about the ends in the under 18s. They are powering.
Yeah, I reckon they'll ended up being 4 or 5 ends ahead of our other 2 games. They don't muck around the under 18s.
No.
It's great to see though, Vinny.
I think so.
There's a lot of under 18s I've never seen before. I was putting my recruiting hat on a little bit earlier. I don't know if you know, I coach the SSV state team.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
That's good.
Thank you. Finally, we've got it acknowledged as a School Sport Australia event.
Yeah, it's great. I like that.
Last year we played New South Wales. This year we're looking to get Queensland on board and maybe, hopefully, one more other state.
Back to New South Wales?
No, it's in Tweed Heads.
Oh, in Tweed Heads?
Very nice.
Very nice. Yeah, that'd be great. They're doing a few renos, aren't they?
Yeah, I've heard that. Are they putting their outdoor ones undercover? Yeah.
That's what I've heard.
It's an amazing venue, isn't it?
If anybody's on the stream that could confirm that, that'd be great.
I wonder if they're watching up in Broadbeach, the Victorian Open.
What a shot. That's a great bowl there from Phil.
So, any of our under 18s who are listening and would like to trial out, we'll be putting some things on our social very shortly when we get back, but all the information is on the School Sport Victoria website. We've got a trial at Sunbury.
I was speaking to one of the parents of an under 18 player earlier, and they just love that it's inclusive. They love that the under 18s are here playing next to finals.
Yeah.
And it just makes them feel like they're part of it. And I think bowls is really good for being inclusive with every age now.
I was having a good chat to Nigel Plunkett.
Yes,
from Gippsland.
Gippsland, he's Gippsland region coach.
Yeah, and he's in charge of the junior development squad, the
Good bowl there.
Geckos.
Great bowl there from Philly, just tucks around the corner and sits behind it.
So he's. I think they've got 12 Geckos now.
Yep.
In the squad.
Because Strzelecki don't have that many juniors. Jed Ladgrove plays with the Geckos.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, he's had a few games with the Geckos, and he's.
Is Jed out there today?
They got a bye at the minute. He's
Okay.
just sitting at the back. He played in the first one this morning. Phil Crowder, the camera crowder. Thank you.
He just gets into the game. He doesn't even think about it.
Game face.
Yep.
Yeah, Josh O'Brien, you are correct. Gippsland represented very well right now in the indoor centre. 2 ladies, both from Gippsland, playing the final. And there is like 6, I think, Geckos out there playing the under 18s. There's Leonie's weight. Not quite adding.
No, I think they're probably, don't know what John signalled, but I'd say 2. Jan's probably got 3rd. Thor would be looking on his forehand, Vinny. No, his backhand.
No,
sorry.
I think he's backhand.
Yeah, sorry. Just working out with it, lefty. And
Lefty. Backhand because he can get to the jackal bowl.
that's how he's lining up.
He's going to have to get under the front one. Well, it was Jan's. And he's pumped it up a fair way, but he might have closed that gap on himself a little bit.
It's a great comment, Samantha, about not only age but all abilities too. Our sport is so inclusive. I like that from Leonie, just protecting the back a little bit. Needs to get down.
Hurry a little bit. Also his weight there.
Bit of a talk about the bowling arm. You've ever used the bowling arm, Vinny?
I have tried.
It's great. I use it all the time. As a coach, you need to be able to instruct your new bowlers how to use it.
It's fun. I've tried the different ones because they've got different
There's
releases.
3 types.
Yep.
Yep. All different releases. You're right.
Yeah, and one I forgot to push the button.
What, it go flying up in the air?
Just launched it. It was great.
I think the
I just hope Matty Ferrari's not listening.
the DHB, the lightweight one, is probably the most popular.
Is that the green?
No, that's the Bionic.
I don't know the names.
There you go. There's 2.
Yeah, there you go.
And the third one is the classic.
Just that. That's the Parabiki looking thing.
They've all got different releases. So the classic, you've got to hold it down and sort of let it go.
Yes.
The Bionic,
yeah.
you push it to release.
Yep.
And the DHB has the hold and slightly let go as you release.
I like the bowling arms for the fact it keeps people playing.
Yep, and that's what Danny was talking about.
Yeah.
He's had 2 goes at this, Vinny.
I think we're going to have JT join the stream.
Yeah, we're doing rotations today. Every 5 ends, we'll get a new commentator in.
And I'll come back later.
You'll be back, Vinny.
I'll be back.
Afternoon, JT.
Afternoon, Matty. Been sitting here on the sidelines. If I know I'm coming on commentary, I don't know what you guys always say, but I like to at least watch the match and have an idea what's going on as we jump on, because
Yeah, I'll be doing the same.
I don't want to jump on and look like an idiot.
Can't see you look like an idiot.
Well,
JT.
that's true, but just to make
Great
sure.
man.
Just to make sure.
Talking about under 18s,
Yes.
you're one of the state selectors.
Correct. Yes.
Have you been putting your selector's hat on?
I always have my selector's hat on. Always keeping an eye on what's going out there, because, as you know, sometimes these kids enter the sport and you don't necessarily see them, and unless
There's a
they
lot of new under 18s I've never seen before.
Oh, well, Gippsland Geckos, I think you guys touched on it.
We did.
Yep. Like so, they've got a brand new squad. Up where I'm based, our squad's been going now a bit over 12 months. And I'm just trying to get a Wimmera one off the ground as well too. So
that'd be fantastic.
Yeah. So we had a bit of a comfort stop break here. It's been an interesting match.
What a save from Leonie. 6 down.
So I'll sit on the sides there, and again, you can never tell what's going on properly and how the heads are lined up when you're sitting on the side. It's different angles. Yeah, you're looking at it differently, and I thought, it's probably just a forehand draw and try and get close as you can.
That's what I thought.
And it wasn't to be in terms of she played that backhand, and basically she did what Thor did. Thor sort of edged off a bowl onto the jack to get the jack around the corner. She sort of went into the same pack and got a couple little, into the area, sort of feathers, and she got shot. It was brilliant.
Could be play a part later on in the game, I think.
Could do. Couple of questions there. Afternoon, Vivian. Hope you're well. Score update in the juniors. Well, Kev, I reckon you'd be after your boy's score. He's currently 7-2 down. So I have some intel as to what we're doing next.
Oh, tell us, JT.
We're definitely doing the ladies' triples, but what we're going to do is delay the start of the men's triples so that we can capture the end of that. If that makes sense. Might be work for Brad, but anyway.
Yeah, I like that.
As he's eating his lunch.
So we're going to start with the women's triples, see that all out, and then we'll get the end of the men's.
Phil slowly getting the leaders battle in front at the moment, do you feel?
Yeah, I felt like Jan probably had his measure a little bit early, but
He's definitely got the edge again this end. Great question, John Stevens. He's asked whether the numbers of membership increased or decreased as Leonie comes down and plays a cracking bowl. Traditional membership has declined across the country steadily now for nearly 30-odd years, Matty. But what we're actually probably doing well as a sport is the social participation component of it.
Yeah, which we don't capture.
We don't
very
capture
well.
as well, but the amount of people playing barefoot bowls, jack attack, night bowls, whatever you want to call it, that is definitely on the up. We've got more people sampling the sport, and now what we're going to do as a sport is make sure we try and cater for those people. A lot of those people love our sport but don't want to commit to a full pennant season, and it's a matter of balancing that, and then also providing options like pennant and your traditional games for those who love the sport. So.
Yeah, good question or good comment.
Good question, Sam. Have we got behind the scenes of photos of setting up the stream? Well, maybe one day we might record Brad when he does all the setup. Some days he's already set up before we even get in here, so he's such an efficient man.
And Joel, we had Joel for 2 days.
Oh yeah, forgot about Joel.
Don't forget Joel.
I reckon he's better than Brad. But,
I think he's probably a little bit better than Brad.
Afternoon, Janelle. Hope you're well.
Thor had one run at it, JT.
Problem is if he runs again.
Hasn't got the tee. If it goes out.
But if he flicks Jan's out too, he goes more down. I know there'd be plenty of room for second shot still, but maybe he's going to take the risk.
Jack 3 metres would be great. Elected to draw.
I think that's, a wise option. Get another one around abouts. The only thing though is if he was going to potentially run in the next one, he's put two bowls together, so a bit of vulnerability potentially. What about the sort of? I'm thinking it from the perspective of Jan and Thor here. Trying to land the bowl with maybe a yard of weight and get the jack past Phil's back bowl and getting him to where Jan's two bowls are behind the head. Can't see one of them at the moment where Thor's standing, but what do you think about that, Matty, or you just don't comprehend?
JT, that's a whack.
Oh, wow, come on, mate. Give me some love or some feedback, or tell me I'm calling the wrong shot.
Sorry, I was reading the body language between Thor and Jan.
You might need to be a psychiatrist to do that.
Go through your scenario again, please.
All right. Well, funny enough, Leonie put it somewhere where I thought maybe Thor was looking at. So, I'd nearly say the shot bowl was what you would call loaded. And when I say that, it's
right on the jack,
touching it, which means any touch on the bowl, the jack's going to move reasonably far. If he plays 2 feet, 3 feet of weight onto that white bowl, jack scoots past Phil's yellow and black bowl behind, and Jan's got the next two behind it.
No, I totally agree. That's what I thought before.
No, well, thank you for reassuring me.
No, you're right on the money.
And it doesn't look that far away. My first look at it.
That's
just got to get down.
Oh.
Oh, well, he got shot that way. Brilliant bowl. That stops the run of 3 consecutive ends for Phil Crowd and Leonie Flynn and Jan Morton and Thor Shannon. 6-3 behind, and we've played 6 ends. Who didn't update the end party?
Vinny.
Oh, I'm blaming you, mate. You're here. Vinny's not here.
No, I'm blaming Vinny.
Hey, you know Vinny's listening right now, Matty, and he heard you throw him under the bus. He just, look, he's up there, he's listening. Mate, you can't hide in this world, mate.
No, you can't hide
He gets
from
off
the
the,
thing,
gets
man.
off the commentary and he tunes in because he loves it.
Oh, gosh. Who's going to get me then?
He's bigger than you too, I reckon.
He is. Did you see some of his earlier mullets?
I did.
Oh,
That were some good ones.
there's some great mullets.
Good starter there by Jan Morton.
Yes. John, the teams have been decided who will play in Premier Reserve for next season.
Can you rattle them off?
Okay.
How good are you?
I'll have a go. So there's obviously Mentone and Richmond Union have come down from Premier.
Fitzroy, Victoria.
Fitzroy, Victoria. And then we get
Essendon.
Essendon,
Heathmont.
Heathmont,
Dandenong.
Dandenong.
One more. Is it Whittlesea? No?
Yeah, I think it will be Whittlesea. So it'll be our 4.
Be 3 and 5, wouldn't it?
Yeah. I really like the idea
So
of
do
Premier
I.
Reserve.
Nah, I love it too. Bridges that gap for those coming up. They can prepare themselves a bit better so that they don't get into potentially the Premier and get rattled back down again straight away. And for those that actually get relegated, well, they got a year to maybe get back up there again, you know.
Yeah.
So I love that little bridge in between. I think it's a fantastic initiative. All right. I was talking to Jan Morton yesterday. She reckons her forehand's off at the moment. She's been predominantly playing backhand, but she hasn't played it too bad this end.
Holding 2, Graham says. Sorry, John. Graham.
Who's Graham? It's John Graham. Phil's yelling at his bowl to hold. I love Leonie Flynn's mannerisms around the rink. Did you see her do a curtsy before?
No.
In the semi-final.
Oh, she's a character. If they happen to get up here, JT, I'm sure she'll be telling Phil about that bowl she made.
I reckon she's a chance to do it a cartwheel if she wins.
Oh yeah, look out for the celebration if they get up.
Thor's got a really good shot on here. If he try and draw it, and if he happens to touch it, he might bring in Jan's other one as well. Close to canning.
Yeah. Leonie electing to go backhand here, JT.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It looks a forehand shot from this angle.
It does, but
What would we know?
she's
And
playing ditch weight.
just a bit tight. Not by much.
Oh,
Fantastic bowl.
oh.
It's a very diplomatic answer. Leonie goes, you want me to play the same bowl? And Phil goes, you're driving the ship.
Oh.
Fantastic.
Yeah, it's a risky move. If you miss it again, puts more pressure on your last bowl. What would you be doing, JT? Cutting down?
I actually don't mind that backhand shot, to be honest.
Well, she's changed it.
Not quick, but allowed just to give a little bit. But she's up to the forehand. She's obviously looking to try and cut it back or land the two bowls.
Tell you what.
Not far away.
Holds a little bit more. This is going to be a great bowl.
Not a far.
Oh!
Great bowl. Good bowl.
Good choice not to go again, JT.
No danger in Thor drawing here. If he happens to get to the jack, it might shift it out a little bit, but it's Jan's directly behind it at 18 inches, 2 feet. Big Sammy Nemeth. What a bowl. That's on the junior rink next door. Just puts the jack in the pit for 3. And actually where Thor put his last bowl is if Leonie wanted to just arrive, that's where the jack could potentially go, so it makes it even harder for her.
Well, she did a great job with her last bowl to cut it down to 2. I reckon she was probably 4 or 5 down. Has last bowl now, JT.
Looks like it's that just over the draw weight. No, actually wasn't.
It's a 2.
Score's now 6-5. We've played 7, nearly halfway, Matty. Lilydale was the other one. Hang on, who did we stuff up there? Who did we say that wasn't in there? Heathmont, Essendon, Lilydale, Mentone, Fitzroy, Dandy Club, Whittlesea, Richmond. We didn't say Lilydale, but who did we say? Thanks, Greg. That's helpful. Did I say Mooney and they'd already gone up? Maybe I said that, did I?
Yeah, maybe. We didn't say Lilydale, so
No.
thanks, Greg. Heathmont, Essendon, Lilydale, Mentone, Fitzroy, Dandy, Whittlesea, and Richmond Union.
As Brad's wishes come to fruition, the blinds behind us have come down. I said that message 15, 20 minutes ago, Brad. Mate, it's more than that at the moment. It's like 5-0.
Turn it up. You too.
Has Matty even got one right? Of anything? Yeah, I know that, Greg. If I did say Mooney, then I am fully aware that they have gone up.
So you do make mistakes?
Never.
JT?
No. I don't even know if I actually did say that.
Oh,
I just
here we
said,
go.
did I say that? There's a big difference. Oh, brilliant start by Phil Crowder. He's led well.
Yeah. They're a good team, Phil and Leonie.
Chalky said I only mentioned 7 teams, so I didn't get it wrong then. Thanks, Chalk. Knew you'd look after me.
You got too many friends out there for me to take you on, JT.
Oh, Phil Crowder.
Crowder.
Good afternoon, Ian. Glad to have you on the stream. Yes, we are doing that triples match. It has been announced. So we're going to get a bit strategic here. We're going to start the women's triples final a little bit in front of the men's triples final, so that if we do get a ding-dong battle in the men's triples final, we'll capture the end of that.
Yeah, I like the idea. I also like the idea that of Leonie get that bowl back there.
No, it wasn't Leonie. It was Phil that actually put it back there.
I know, but Leonie called it.
Sarah, she's given a nickname to Phil's standing in front of the camera. It's called Crowdering the Jack. I'm sure we're talking about James Pearce there. Shout out, James.
Thor looking to get on the jack here, JT.
First reaction, he doesn't look too far away.
No, it looks close.
Speed is pretty darn good.
Oh, what a bowl.
Great bowl.
Fair crowd now, JT, isn't there?
Yeah, like obviously we're on the, what would you say, this is the southern side of the building? Yeah. Let's go with that. I'll go with that. There's plenty of us on the right of me sitting along the sides here watching this live stream rink. And it's building up behind the rink and over towards under the mezzanine. And the mezzanine's probably
close to about 150 people.
Yeah. That's like 100,000 MCG, isn't it?
Jack here, JT.
First reaction, he doesn't look too far away.
No, it looks close.
Speed is pretty darn good. Waving in the background, like say,
what a bowl.
Saying, hey, I'm on the live stream. Great bowl.
Fair crowd now.
Leonie's probably just lacking a little bit of weight there. She's got 2 to correct on, though. Thanks, Samantha. Appreciate that. Lee, will you live stream the Indoor Championship qualifying rounds? I'm actually not aware that we are, but doesn't mean we're not. But I just don't want to say we are either. I haven't heard of anything mentioned in any staff meetings. Have you, Matt?
No.
We generally have our contract for what events we're doing, so it's not my department, so I don't want to answer. So better not answering at all. Do you reckon Thor tries to draw again, or is it too risky? Or does he try and take the shot away?
I think he's just try and draw in again.
Yeah. He could play a really good bowl and happen to just touch the jack and go one down. That's why I asked the question. Doesn't look too far away again.
Oh. Yeah, fair call, JT. That's why your special comments.
Yeah, I like what Phil Crowd is doing here. He knows now that they don't need to try and get a shot because it's near impossible to get another one in there. So let's just protect the space where the danger is.
I thought Phil actually signalled one.
No, he did. They've got it.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying no point Leonie trying to get another one in there because it's near impossible to get another one in there. May as well just cover the spot where the danger is.
Yep, good call.
She's very deliberate with her action in her pre-shot routine. Probably just, she wanted to be, I reckon Phil indicated this, she wanted to be just underneath the bowl, but still not a bad spot.
That's good.
Yeah, I thought he'd be looking just to arrive, try and get a bit of contact in his own bowl. He probably, the way it angles up, he could get to his one that's touching Phil's bowl and punch the bowl out clean. Just a matter of if he's got the right speed. Oh, geez, that was close.
Very close.
I didn't think she was going to play it. Phil was wrapping that head up very quickly. I think even though they were still talking about whether she played or not, Thor grabbed the mat and threw it on the bank because he knew she wasn't going to play it.
18's down, JT.
7-5.
We've got a close one in this final.
Afternoon, Jeff. Yes, that is young Sam Nemeth. For the first time this year ever at the Vic Open, we are running a Vic Open mixed pairs for under 18s. It started today. It's like a round robin, and that is young Sam Nemeth and Siobhan Hayes, both from the Bendigo area.
And they're playing a...
Probably, well, two of our...
tough rink.
I guess, what's trying to word the best way to explain it? Oh, well, existing under 18 state players. Caleb is about to exit under 18 level very shortly. And Amity Bickley, his lead there. She's still under 18 and will be available for selection for our national under 18 team later in the year.
Played very well yesterday in the singles.
Yeah, actually, she was nearly going to become... Well, she was. I'd made the statement that she was good enough to win the actual singles, and then she was in front when I left. The next minute I found out she lost. So congratulations to Jenny Miller in that game, who turned that game around.
Ange's mum.
Correct. I see Ange... well, she had prime position up the top there in the mezzanine before, probably gearing herself up to watch her mum. As Phil comes down here. Looks like he's corrected on his last. He's either going to touch ease or pass. Good bowl.
Yeah, great bowl, Phil.
Afternoon, Wayne. Good to see you on the stream. Probably tuning in all the way from Mildura. He's got a bit of interest here in the juniors as well. Isaiah Bettis from Mildura Bowling Club. His rink is currently leading 10-7 at this point of time. Jan Morton's looking close to, just on a speed now. Bree and Jan Morton. It's been a brilliant leads battle. Couple good questions there, Samantha. Does the stamp date matter in Vic Open? No. Pretty much stamp date only matters now at national level events. And there's two rules around shoe brands. Well, the reality is the rules say that as long as the shoes are flat soled,
no heel.
No heel, they are permissible. We still have our national merchandising policy, which I think talks about shorts and hats and shirts and socks and all the rest of it.
There are some approved shoes.
Correct.
That you'll never be asked to take off.
Yep.
I see that the Australian team have now sponsored by Puma.
Yeah, they've come on as their preferred
I
clothing
wonder if,
apparel supplier.
Puma will start producing some.
No, they are. They definitely are. I've definitely caught that news. Just haven't done it yet. They probably could have timed their release a little better with that news, but anyway. Leonie.
Getting the jack here.
Yeah, she's probably, if she can sit Jan's bowl.
Oh, she's close, JT. Oh!
Weight was sensational, which allowed her just to slide with a little sliver off Phil's bowl into the head. Probably made, well, could be only one still. Just see which hand Thor plays here. I reckon
Similar to what you said before, the jack and the bowl are pretty close together. Any touch will go out to the...
I reckon Thor plays his backhand. All right, I'm wrong. All right. Thought he might have been trying to get the backhand.
Yeah, I would have thought the other way too.
He's drawn really well in this game, so he's playing weight though. Just under the head. There you go. See where Phil's signalling? That's where the danger is.
So he's looking to get Phil's bowl up onto the jack and over.
Yeah, that's obviously what he's looking at.
Yeah, good bowl, Leonie.
Looks like he's up to him for the same shot. You know why I think he's playing the forehand now, thinking about it? If he plays the other hand, his backhand, as he's a lefty, there is an off chance you could clip your own bowl out, where if he plays forehand, you probably can't do that. So he's probably taken the option where I can't do massive damage.
Yeah, good call.
Bit more coverage there from Leonie Flynn, looking to get the backest, which he did. Interesting decision there from Thor and Jan. I'd still say the better shot. Well, I can't say the better shot because let's face it, I'm not the one playing the game. So, but the shot that I see from there would be to play his backhand. Don't go super quick, so you risk taking your own bowl out. But if you can get the backside of Leonie Flynn's white bowl, which is shot bowl,
straight over.
To me, it brings in either 2 or 3. You know, with 18 inches of weight, 2 feet of weight.
I think he's weighing that up now, JT, and he may change. That's how I saw it to start with.
Taking... Thor just did the flip a coin which I'm going sort of signal. Oh, if he come over and asks me, I'd tell him what shot to play.
Well, he's going with what we thought, the backhand. Wants a shot bowl. Looking to get Jack over. Needs to get down.
Ooh, awfully close. Look, 1 down's not bad shooting in this stage of match. If it is 1, I don't know. It could be 2. Obviously, they're looking at it, but... But there's still plenty of ends to go, so... There's Phil's going down to measure.
1.
1 it is. So, score is 8-5. I played 9 ends. No huge multiples. 1s and 2s only in this match. It means how tight the game has been.
Very important one on the third end, where Leonie and Phil were 6 down.
Yeah, that you don't know how that type of shot changes the whole game, you know, and we'll never know until the end of this game whether it has. But you know, if G Morton and Thor Shannon happen to go down, they'll probably go back to that and go, well, if that might have been the end that changed the whole game, you know. Handy starts from both leads there. You never see a skipper go crook if their leads are put 1 foot, 2 foot beyond the head.
Probably can't see, but Thor's having a bit of a break out the back.
Yeah, I've always been a big believer when you're playing bowls and things aren't going the way you think they should be going, getting away from the rink in whatever capacity can do you a world of good. You know, whether it's going to the toilet, grabbing a drink. You know, I always carry some nuts in my bag, Matteo, and just, you know, put a couple of nuts, you know, and you know, so it's a bit of energy. So yep. I think there's always things you can do. And if things are going well, you probably don't change what you're doing. Good afternoon, Kaz. Yeah, welcome. I do believe the under-18 mixed pairs event is on Bowlslink, so it should be there.
Yeah, saw Jimmy getting it prepared this morning.
I was meant to help him, but I pretty much ended up on the phone and doing emails all morning. Jan would be holding shot at the moment. No one's absolutely nailed it yet, but this is looking the best one. This is the best one. May as well, as we're taking some time with the crossover here, give some scores across for the under-18s. We don't know all these kids. They only knew some of them, but got Heaton playing Hillier, and Heaton's leading 11-10 after 12. These are all 3-bowl mixed pairs, 15 ends. Roberts is playing Coke, and Coke is leading 14-9. Cameron is playing Cassidy, and Cameron is leading 16-4 after 12 ends. Leonie fled. Brilliant bowl, particularly at the time. It was probably Phil Crowder's worst tennis lead, and that's not a criticism. It's just that was his worst one, and Leonie comes in straight away, and Cameron's leading 16-4 after 12 ends. Bettis playing Roberts, and Roberts is leading Leonie fled 12. And Shaw versus Nemeth. Shaw is currently leading 11-4 after 10. Still chances here for Thor, Shannon. If he trails a jack on his forehand or gets to the bowl, chance of making a number. He's even got Jan's bowl to promote. Went close to both options. We're going to have another commentary shift in a minute, mate. You're racking off. I'm going to be joined by Sophie Kurzman in a second once this hand finishes. And she's all dressed, ready to go for the ladies triples final.
Yeah, great opportunity to speak to a player just before they play their big final.
Leonie be looking to play something similar, get to her own. She can push hers over, get underneath.
Yep, she's already played the really big bowl first.
We're just a fraction quick, Matty.
Yep. I think your call before is there are options here for Thor on his forehand.
He's changed his mind here. He's looking back. He's looking his backhand, which is generally a forehand for a right-hander. He's flicking it over. Yeah, no, he has gone to backhand. He can nearly get the same result still, sitting the bowl or turning the jack. So there's
with a little bit of weight, JT.
Rightio. Okay. What that does though, it opens up multiple options with that bowl out of the way. See where Phil's standing. He's asking rough for Leonie probably just to come in underneath that. That would be the best result. I feel like he's got a look of concern on his face.
Oh, she thought she'd ruined it.
She screamed/squealed, thinking she'd give the shot away, and Phil Crowder yells out, "Good miss." Got a look of concern on his face.
Oh, thought she'd ruined it.
She screamed/squealed.
A good option here for Thor on his backhand. He's calling forehand.
Like, he can play either way, Matty. He can actually, on his backhand, touch the white bowl, flick it out.
Yeah, I
He
know,
goes
that's what I'm
through,
saying.
but
Yep.
plays through the gap and leaves the 2 of Jans there. Could even be 3 of Jans if he goes that way. And then if he plays the forehand, he can trial it a little bit for his own. He just dead draw it. He could flop the bowl over on his forehand. You know, there's all positive shots here that he could get a good result in. And look, the only way it goes bad if he somehow halves a jack and the jack comes sort of where Jan Morton's standing now, and they go 3 or 4 down. And that's probably the one thing he's conscious of.
Let's see what he plays.
I reckon he just opted for the dead draw to hope to flop the bowl, if not trail it. No, firmer than we predicted, or I predicted.
Oh,
Another one to Phil Crowder, Leonie, Flynn. And at the 10-end mark of the game, we're 2/3 of the way through, Matty. It's 9-5. And we're going to play some musical chairs here because I'll probably come into the middle.
okay. We'll get Sophie Kurzman on.
And thank you. And no doubt me and you'll commentate later on, Matty. Welcome, Sophie Kurzman.
Hello.
How you going?
Very good, thanks.
I've seen
Going
you.
good.
You've been wardrobe change the last
I
15,
have,
20
yeah.
minutes. So
Decided to get in the right mindset and put some bowls clothes
that's good
on.
to see. Actually, I think we're really lucky. I don't sure we've done this before. One, I don't think me and you have ever commentated together
No,
before.
not
We're
ever.
around the traps. And,
Yep, just both around, just not at the same time.
Yeah, and but the great thing is you're about to go out and
I
play in the
know.
ladies triples final.
Yes, very exciting.
So how you feeling?
A little bit nervous, actually. We're playing 3 ladies from Ballarat, which is obviously where I come from. So Michelle, the skipper, we used to be at the same club, actually. So
There you go.
I've known Michelle for ages.
You've got some
then-
inside knowledge.
I know, yeah.
You can get all the dirt that you can use
Literally.
against them.
And Kate and I did play Michelle in the pairs sectional as well.
There
So
you go, yep.
I played her a couple of times with and against, and then I know the other 2 are from Victoria, as in the club in Ballarat.
Yep,
So
the club.
yeah, a couple of local ladies. So quite nervous, but hopefully a good game.
I reckon nerves is a good thing. It's just managing
Yes.
the nerves, not having too much.
Yeah, exactly.
The right amount of butterflies in the belly before you go out for a
Yes.
final is always good.
We've tried to prepare. We just had a nice lunch here at Traralgon.
Yeah, brilliant.
The bistro's lovely here, actually. Had a really nice stir fry.
Now,
Get some veggies in.
You've been watching the match?
Have been,
yeah,
yes.
It's been a very good match again.
Yes.
I reckon based off the score, I reckon Phil Crowder's just edging out Jan at this point in
Yeah.
time in the Leeds battle.
Yep.
And Leonie has played some really telling bowls. She's played some
yeah.
good bowls at the right time.
Absolutely. She's been doing that all tournament, actually. Some of the bowls I've seen her put down, we actually had to play her in the triples sectional, and even then she played some really great shots. So we were fortunate enough to obviously get through and make it all this way. But, you know, she's had a ripper tournament, actually.
I don't know if you've seen it or whether you're in lunch, but on the third end, Thor turned the jack around the corner for 6. So
I did actually see that. I was watching through the window. That was crazy.
And then she went through sort of the same hole and got down to a shot. It was a fantastic bowl.
Amazing.
Phil was just making some real tide movements then, and he was invigorating. His bowl was short, so he wasn't happy with it.
Well, his first 2 were not too bad at all,
No,
so
exactly.
can't be too upset.
Now, I've noticed lately too, I'm going to put you at the spot here,
Mm-hmm.
you're starting to become a bit of a media person yourself, you know.
Everyone's been saying
Melbourne
that.
Extreme sort of interviewer. You know, where's that come from?
I actually have no idea. I love the BPL, and I actually, speaking of media, I did a podcast with Val last night for the
The Rob
BA.
Bice,
Yeah,
that one. Yep.
the BA podcast. I did that. Was that last night or the night before? Sorry,
Yeah.
the night before.
Cool.
Thursday night, and yeah, where I spoke about how much I love the BPL, and so I love obviously representing Sunbury and doing my part for the club. So I always just decided to go and sit on the sidelines, and obviously we have Mark Bellows, who's our bowls director. He sort of got me a bit involved. And the funny thing is I actually got into it because he didn't want to do it. He goes, well, I don't like being on camera, so we're going to put you on. And then it's just been a running thing. So that's the Melbourne Extreme there.
That's awesome.
And then, just been doing, I did some commentary up at the last Vic Open, and then obviously did the Premier Final, and just sort of been everywhere at the moment.
That's brilliant. We need some fresh people coming through. You can't just listen to Jimmy and Maddie and I all the
voices.
time. Even though we're good, so.
Oh, it's great. It's not far away here, actually. I just think she's going to duck, Not a bad effort.
Wow, jeez. If she was under that bowl flush, she was probably going to turn that bowl out of chance.
Absolutely.
Are you're left in the pairs as well still? Is that right? No, sorry.
Kate and I we made the quarters and got knocked out on an extra end.
That's right.
I've had some great games. Even Jared and we got knocked out in the mixed pairs on an extra end too. Yep. So that was the last 16. So I've had an improvement from the last Vic Open, so I'm pleased.
And you've had a fantastic year. Made your Victorian Ladies Open debut.
Yes,
State
how
Series.
exciting.
Yeah, and obviously went off to national championships in Broadbeach last year.
Yep.
And, onwards and upwards since coming out of the juniors.
Yeah, it's been crazy. So it was actually, I like to tell people the story because my first year out of under 18s, I actually missed out on the Open Ladies. So I got my feedback and I worked on my game for the next year and came back and I got the, cracked into the team, which was so exciting, and held my spot from Tassie to New South Wales to nationals, and was pleased with how I played. And then obviously, the Pathways Jackaroos came in, and we've just been going on. So been busy.
It's good. For fraction, I don't even know if he was a fraction quick. It might have been the ideal weight, but he might have been a fraction wide too. Giving the bowler a chance down there. Nothing for short in that circumstance.
Absolutely. Considering he's got everything behind. I don't know if Leonie's going for, assume she's going for cover here because she's also a little bit over too. A little bit of luck there.
Could have come in, but what it's also done is turned that bowl over and made it a different shot, and he's now opting for his full hand. Yes,
absolutely. She didn't finish in a terrible home though.
No.
And Thor has had a ripper tournament as well. Multiple finals, gone deep in every event. So I wouldn't be surprised if he plays a couple of bombs to finish off this game. He's not one to give up very easily, so he won't, it's not over for him until it's over.
No, exactly. No, he's pointy end of nearly every event, so he's done extremely well.
He has, and he's in the triples next as well, so.
Correct. Now, have you heard, that we are live streaming your match?
I
was when I spoke to you about coming on the commentary.
You said it was a secret.
Yeah, I know. I just like
I assumed.
We still actually hadn't made up our minds then yet. We were just trying to work out what we're doing. But so we're going to do your game. But what we're going to do is delay the start of the men's final. So that if it is a ding-dong, we can actually catch the end of it.
That's a really good idea, actually. That's done well.
Oh, we're ideas people in Bowls, so.
I was just talking to Pat about how we've got such a lovely crew here in BV.
Yeah, we I think we all work well together. There's a fair bit of banter going on.
Absolutely, there always is.
If we're not hanging on one at each other, then I don't know what's going wrong. So Phil's looking, I assume he's standing where he wants the bowl.
Yeah. Or Jack high. I don't know if he wants to sort of maybe tuck it around the corner so that's going to duck. I think the aim was maybe to tuck that Jack around the corner to sort of hide it from Thor, although she has covered that other hand, so that's not an option anymore.
I actually think what he does by standing there is he's showing her where Jack high is, so she roughly knows what the weight is.
Exactly. Yep. She asked, I remember when we played on the triples, she liked to know where Jack high was, so obviously likes to get her weight there. Yeah,
so I only personally like Jack high if I want to try and draw to Jack high, that's me.
Yeah.
Everyone's different. And
or if I physically cannot see where Jack high is, I love having a foot there for a good idea. Oh, what a hit.
He's actually played
Sam Nemeth next door has just played a ripper.
He's played a lot of drives.
He has. I was watching him from upstairs.
So what's 4-1? Probably 6 inches on his last?
I reckon,
to count?
Either draw the shot, you wouldn't want to move the Jack, I would say so.
If he plays draw weight, though, he'd be very stiff to not have
He's very close. He's very close. Oh, he fell. If he had whispered that bowl, he was very close.
So there's one coming out, two coming out. Look at Leonie here. She's taking deep breaths.
I was talking to her before the game, actually. She was very fired up, so I think she's just trying to calm her down.
Did you see her way she holds? She actually puts her fingers on her pulse.
Yes, yeah.
That's incredible. I've never seen that before. She told me about it a couple of days ago. So 3. Ooh,
3.
That's a big end.
I was just about to say, well, Thor had 2 within a foot, so that's crazy 3.
So it's now 12-5 to Phil Crowder and Leonie Flynn against Jan Morton and Thor Shannon, who we've played 11. Again, as someone who's recently out of juniors, how good is it to see an actually designated under-18 event at the Vic Open?
I was just saying how great it is actually upstairs to Tony and Jimmy actually. Jimmy was there too. And I thank you for saying recently out of under-18s. It makes me still feel young. But no, I've actually, and I enjoy that, like having the full green, you know, you're not just focused on one game. And I like that they've done it mixed pairs, so you've got, you know, the girls in with the boys. So
well, it encourages the female junior participation.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, like as you know, we've probably got to stack more male juniors than what we have female, and it's not from a lack of trying, but it's just the reality.
No, it's just the way it is. And even we've got, if you can see around the Gippsland Gecko uniforms, they're a new under-18 region that's been created. So there's a few of those kids around, which is really good to see, because sometimes when you have a new region come in, it takes a little while for those kids to sort of get the confidence to enter these type of events. So, no, really good to see. And I was going to say I'm recently out of under-18s, but I feel like I look very old compared to a lot of them. Sorry, so a lot of them definitely look about 12 or 13, which is really good to see for our future.
Yeah, absolutely. Jan Morton, great bowl there. I think for Thor and Jan to get back into the game, Jan's probably going to have to get the better of Phil over these last 4 ends, and then that'll give Thor a chance of converting and getting some numbers back. So
yeah, just needs to give him a couple of options. Close again.
Yeah, he's led so good.
Good shot. Great bowl.
And Jan's a former winner of the Vic Open mixed pairs with Josh Sanders.
Bit of a superstar of the game.
She is. Also the Gippsland Bowls region president.
Yes, there you go. How's she looking? She's coming in, but I'm not sure if it's...
No, she's pretty close.
Oh, no, she's close. I can't read duo bowls. What a bowl. So you'd think with the duo bowls they'd be easy to read, showing how they slow down, but I've found them some of the most confusing bowls to look at.
Oh, so I've got bowls like that, and I feel like I can pick me pace.
That's what I mean. I don't know. Like, they obviously you can see when they're slowing down, but sometimes they just keep going. And I think, well, my next set's going to be a duo, so hopefully I can get used to them before I start playing with them.
Now you're at university, La Trobe, correct?
I am, yes, La Trobe in Bendigo.
And what are you studying?
I'm in my last year of exercise science.
That's right. I knew that. I remember when you first come out of high school.
Yes.
I was helping you get into the La Trobe Elite Athlete School.
And thank you to the Elite Athlete Program for allowing me to be here this week. I know I missed a lot of classes, but what a shot.
Brilliant. That's great leading.
That is great leading.
Lucky enough to be... I'm formally graduating next month.
Yes.
I've completed my Masters of Sports Management.
That's exciting.
And the La Trobe Elite Athlete Academy was brilliant, because I never had exams, but I always had assignments due, certain courses due at certain times. And if you had bowls commitments, they sort of worked out for you and help you up. Yep.
It is really good. It's great to be a part of. And yes, I'm in my last year, and then I'll go on to a Masters of Physiotherapy. So I'm not even halfway through my university, but getting towards the pointy end after this year. I've just seen Vinny comment that my hair's out of place.
Vinny's been...
Because I put my hair in a plait just before this.
Fantastic. One, he's obviously given us some expert commentary during the day.
Yes, absolutely.
And then when he gets off, he just goes up, he's watching, or he's got his headphones in and listening, and adding some little tidbits from afar.
It's because I put my hair up in a plait just before I came here when I got changed into my uniform. And he was standing there watching me do it, making fun of me. So
I'll get to your question in a second, Briggsy. Chef Briggs from Bendigo, what a legend. Just thinking about the games, right? So the 7 the difference, 4 to play. 1 down is probably good shooting for Leonie Flynn and
Yes,
Phil Crowder. So
absolutely.
you're not trying to get shot,
No.
but I think you can get a little bit more defensive and make sure you're not dropping numbers,
Yes.
So
I feel like she has definitely played a little bit of an attacking game. So now that she's sort of got that lead, I think defending her the gap in the score is probably what she's looking to do. It is very quiet when all the under-18s jump off the green, isn't it? I just noticed how silent it was.
Now tell me, have you slowed down since you become a junior? Because what I noticed that the juniors go 100 miles an hour, they finish their games in record time and they're off the green.
I have no idea. And we noticed this before. So I was talking, I can't remember who I was talking to, but I was talking to someone about how quick the games are. Like, just they're playing, like we've got mixed pairs here, and we've got mixed pairs in the juniors, and they started at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
We've still got 4 ends.
They're all finished there.
They're all off the green,
It's
all done.
speed bowls. But it happens at our under-18 state championships.
Yes.
Like when either Jimmy's running it or I've been running it, it's just like, wow, we can just keep sending them out. Now, how's this for this year?
Yeah.
We have got record entries in the junior state championships.
Yes.
So much so that for 3 of the days to complete our knockout rounds, we have to have 5 rounds.
5.
So we're
Oh my goodness.
Used to be always 4 as our max,
Yes.
as you would know, but we've now got to go 5.
Wow, okay. Well, I'll actually be, obviously, I live in between Ballarat and Bendigo, but I've got a
Yep.
house in Bendigo, so I'll be there. I'll be at the Open Champs Week for the triples, but I was very excited to come and watch some of the under-18s because, like, we've got all our under-18s here, but a lot of the team that represented Victoria this year aren't actually playing, so it'd be good to see Champs Week when they're all there.
Yep. Thor just looking a dead draw there. Jeez, he's close. It's a fair effort.
Very fair effort. I'm just trying to analyse the head and sort of see what's going on for him, and I can't see too many of...
Jan's got
you know,
one.
Yeah.
Right? But it's hard from where I'm sitting, where you're sitting.
Yeah, we're trying to watch the screen as well. I'm just
I
trying
just
to
don't see that where's the numbers coming, you know.
No, I can't see. Like, obviously, you can get the 2 bowls out with his next 2, but, you know, you can't really do... Like, it's hard to do it,
Yeah.
so...
Yeah, that's a
And
good...
it's very easy to give away the shot
Yeah.
when
Yeah, well, there's
Phil's
just...
got 2
it's
right
just
behind.
such a tight head, you
It
know,
is.
so...
Lisa said, juniors have no fear, they don't overthink things, and I
That-
think that's spot on.
Yeah,
As we just saw Sam, I bet you he had 0 thought when he just thought, I'm going to whack that, so bang.
yeah, absolutely.
Sometimes that's a good thing.
I think as you get older, you start think you overanalyze, you overthink everything. Now, sometimes there's some circumstances where that's a pretty good thing,
Yes.
you know. But I've seen plenty of juniors. You just go, how are you even contemplating playing that shot? And you're just whacking it, you know.
And they just get it.
Yeah,
And somehow it always works for them.
yeah.
And then it makes you rethink, well, what am I doing? Trying to read all the what ifs.
Right. So I reckon what Leonie was trying to do was roll that bowler Phil's over to where maybe the jack could go.
Yes. I'm interested to see what Thor does here because, as we said before, I'm not too sure what his thought process would be right now. How to make a sort of, a 2 or a 3 if he can.
Brendan Addison? No, that's probably the only thing I can see too, Brendan. He's just trying to
Exactly.
rock his bowl
Yep.
over and hopefully make 2. As I said,
Yep. Jan's having a look at the head.
Or the other one is you try and turn Jan's over, just once to bring her back bowling, which is only like
which is hard because
5 or 6 inches.
Phil's is there as well, so
But it might give him a chance at the next to do
Exactly.
something. So
exactly. I think just the forehand draw again, but he doesn't like it. Need to make 3.
Well,
I wouldn't
like
say
I mean,
need,
that's
but that's
optimism.
yeah, I was
but
gonna say that's
I'd
ideal.
say the way the head's shaped, why not get 1 then try and get 3 next time?
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes if you try and force it, you might rule yourself out altogether.
Exactly. I don't know.
It's hard. We're not the ones out there playing.
No, exactly. I don't know what the gap is between Jan's bowl and the jack. But, the other option, which is what I think Thor's calling for, is sort of playing onto Jan's onto Phil's bowl.
Yeah.
Which, could bring...
Yeah.
But then again, the jack's just as likely to go
Even if,
out.
I said, as the Thor's first bowl, right?
Yeah.
He sort of hits that with 2 feet away. Could
Yep.
actually jam Phil's out as well.
Exactly,
It's,
yeah. there is a lot of options, but you don't know how they're going to play out. So that's the sort of thing you're sort of just going to play it and see what happens.
You look at our scoring graph there; it's just disappeared. But they've won the last 4 ends, Leonie and Phil, and that's changed the game.
Absolutely.
They've actually only dropped 3 ends for the whole entire match.
Not far away. I think he's just hanging. Oh no. Oh, okay.
Oh, well,
Well, I'd say that's a better one.
Yes.
A much better one.
Yep. And
something on.
And if you look at, they're at the head. Yep. So's all over it.
Backhand. Not far
Jack,
away, I think.
our junior program has taught her well. She knows what shots to play.
We've got great coaches.
Okay.
I'd say that's a better one.
Yes.
A much better one.
Yep.
If it is one, it's a much better one. On. And if it's one down, at least he's got an option.
They're at the head.
He didn't have much.
So's all over it.
Backhand.
Great call.
Jack, I think
our junior program has taught her well. She knows what shots to play.
We've got great coaches.
Thor and Jan.
I'd say that's a better one.
Graham is
Much
marked
better
this
one.
match.
If it is one, it's a much better one. If it's one
If you
down,
look
at
at,
least he's got an
at the
option.
head. So's all over it. Scoreboard.
Backhand.
Be on the rink.
Okay, yes, so Thor still does have one.
Yep.
Or Jan's bowl, yep. What would you be doing if you were Leonie, Josh? Would you be trying to
I'd be
roll?
trying to turn, spot on.
Look at us go. It's time
It's good to have some brains next to me in terms of playing the sport,
yeah.
you know.
Time to introduce a time clock between shots.
Look, obviously we have formats where that's in place, Neil.
Yes.
I think the only thing is we're talking about a Vic Open final. They have a time limit, so the reality is if they don't cross over the time, no one's doing anything untoward.
Exactly,
they're effectively trying to win a pretty big title and reasonable amount of cash.
Not a bad shot. Oh, wow.
Oh.
Wow. Wow.
I didn't think that was happening, but it has worked out extremely well.
I literally have no other words but wow. Oh, my goodness. Still a shot on for Thor, but that was incredible. What a shot.
I wonder if he's got the tee still.
I'd say so. I reckon Jan's. Oh, I can't see the lines from here. He's still playing that forehand.
Yeah. Backhand. He's a lefty, remember?
Oh, it is too. Sorry. Good effort. He's a lefty. I forgot about that. I always get confused between the left and right hands.
It's 2 out. What a bowl by Leonie.
That was
Flynn.
insane. Oh, Phil's scored 3. I think Jan's going to... No, 3.
Yeah. Yeah, wow.
So, 15-5.
Don't cross over the time. No one's doing anything untoward. Gettable.
Exactly,
They're effectively trying to win a pretty big title.
I've seen
cash.
it happen.
Yeah. Tell us about a time when you were significantly
wow.
down. So wow. You recall anything?
Wow.
I didn't think that was happening, but it has worked out extremely well.
I literally have no other words but just in a regular pen and game.
Where is JR sitting across the green?
He was across the green. He's gone missing.
I haven't seen him all day.
He was here. Oh, there he is. Just directly across where Jimmy is. Just behind Jimmy.
Is that JR?
I'm sure that's JR for you.
Nah, it's not JR. It's
I'm sure.
I think
JR was here before, if I'm blind. Then
that looks like Scott Cassidy to me.
No, that's not JR, but JR was here. I promise you he was here. He was sitting before. And, we played Brunswick, some reverse Brunswick. Yep. And we were in the lunch break. I think we might have been... There he is. I told you. See, they look similar from across here. I can't remember the exact... I have got a photo of the scorecard, I will say. And I think we didn't drop an end after lunch. And we made like a 15-shot difference or something like that and ended up winning.
Fantastic, yep.
That's one of my favourite comebacks.
Cool.
I wouldn't say like a huge game like this.
Yep.
I've ever, seen a major comeback, but definitely in like the home and away season, there's a few upsets.
And a great start by Phil. For them to win this game, if he keeps doing that, I think they're going to be in the box seat. Matty Dart, look, that bowl is potentially a match winner. There's been a number of them before you jumped on so far. I was talking about that shot that Leonie played earlier in the match when she was 6 down, and I mean that one could be the one that we refer to as well as being the match.
Absolutely.
So. I think for them to have a chance, Jen and Thor probably limit the amount of short bowls going forward as well too.
Yep.
So that's the other thing they've got to really factor in. Yeah.
And even though they are both within a mat, just them being that 18 inches short
We've seen the stand of this match, Soph, and
absolutely
the jacks moved and all the rest of it. It's generally always going back, not forwards.
Exactly. Good call. I think she wants it to turn. She's certainly out there. But it's behind.
I think that's the important part. It was Kev Namus giving you a bit of a pump up there too, Soph.
Thanks, Kev. I haven't seen Kev in a couple of months, actually. And he says that I've been a great supporter of him, of Luke and Sam, but I will say those two boys have come and watched almost every single game I've played in this tournament and in Shepparton. They were some of, the people that were just always behind the rink or side of them cheering me on, so I always thank them for their support, so I love to give them a good rap because they are great kids.
It's a great community, the juniors.
Yes, absolutely. Oh, Phil's up and about. As he should be with a head like that. 3 great bowls.
Now, have you thought about this one? If Phil and Leonie get 3 here, it's actually shake hands time.
Oh, wow. Yeah, it is too, isn't it? Yeah, there you go. A little bit tight, but...
The weight was jack high, so which means it was never going to do any damage.
No.
I reckon the way they're playing, they're going to go a kill in terms of trying to get the 3 in, bury the match.
Yep. So forehand here for Thor.
He's not far away. He's not going to sit those bowls and get a bit of jack.
He's going to go, not clean, but as he rolled.
Ooh,
is it out?
That's awfully close. I don't know whether you should never judge it by the lines on the green.
No.
And I know these pegs have been moved recently because they we just moved half a rink. All right, they're calling umpire. They believe it's close.
Yeah, I think Phil thinks it's out and Jan thinks it's in. So if it's out, I have a feeling they're 1 down. I think Thor might have rolled a bowl just once too far. And if it's in, I'd say obviously Jan's bowl is shot. So.
Well, he's put the 1 up as it stands.
Yes.
As into their jacks in. Marker John Graham.
It's a terrible angle because that looks into me.
Yeah, but
but it's definitely.
Those that are wondering, you'd never judge it by the lines because who says the lines are right?
Exactly.
It's always off the peg. He's pointed out.
Okay.
So it's on the tee.
So, they're still holding one.
Yeah. Yeah, from this angle, Safe, it does look like the white and blue bowl of Jan Morton's is just in front.
When the shot was played, it did look like he robbed, but we changed angles before I saw where it finished. So, yeah, 1 still. So, Leonie's got rid of one of her bowls, so I don't see them getting a 3.
No, and she's just only going to get there if she does.
So it won't be shake hands just yet.
Nah,
Stranger things have happened, but I will say I can call that one confidently.
Phil is still, he loves the camera. We're calling it crowdering. He crowders in front of the camera. I didn't come up with it. James Pearce did, via Sia on the chat.
Yeah, well, a little bit of a whisper, but he was in the area anyway.
Whisper. I've never heard that terminology.
A little bit of a whisper, just a little bit of a...
Yeah. I'd call it a feather.
A feather. Yeah, it's true, actually. I always just go with whisper.
When you get the opportunity to play against people from, I reckon, around the world, they are the ones that... Wow.
And she's back flopped in. There you go.
Again, what was critical about that was her weight was perfect.
It was,
okay,
yep.
The line may not have been what she intended, but playing good weight, get your shots. I was about to say, you play against people from around the world, the different terminology and jargon they use around the bowls green, is,
Yes.
you pick up a thing or two, you know.
Well, actually, speaking of, I've got Ben Hubber sitting up there. Now, Kate came to me. Obviously, Kate's from South Australia. And apparently when Ben wants to get the jack clean, he yells teeth. And I've never heard that before.
Because I actually said yesterday that Jack Woodhouse got the jack in the teeth against me.
There you go.
When I lost.
I've never heard that, and Kate was so confused.
Brilliant bowl here by Thor.
Great shot.
Great bowls.
So it's not game over, but
No.
he does need 2, maximum ends almost. So
Having a quick chat, which they're entitled to do.
So 9 shots, 2 ends.
Against me. It's
There
not
you
impossible
go.
when I lost.
I've never
think he
heard
was
that, and
just
Kate
trying
was
to
so
make sure.
confused.
Brilliant bowl here by Thor.
Great shot.
Great
which
bowls.
obviously is a big part when wanting to. So it's needing to get a 5 and a 4. Minimum 5 and a 4. So we're still opting for a longish length. Now here's a good question, JT.
Okay.
If there has been a time, have you seen a Vic Open mixed pairs one with a female skipper?
Good question. I love that question, Soph.
Good shot from Jan. Sorry to interrupt.
I don't recall.
No, I was having a look at the past winners, and I do believe out of the teams, obviously Jan has won it before.
Yes.
I've had a look with the teams, and I believe that there has not been a female skipper win the mixed pairs.
We're going to create history here this afternoon.
If I'm correct, I'd love someone to do some research while we're here.
Let's face it, we've got the Google in front of us with our phones.
We may as well.
We can
jump on the Bowls Vic website. I just thought about that because I've seen a couple of female skippers. Obviously, we had Colleen Orr from NT-Way. She was a female skipper that went deep in the mixed pairs, but I really enjoy seeing the females go far. Obviously, we've had Phil the super lead, but Leonie's played some absolute bombs in this game, and I love seeing females do well in this type of format.
handy 2 bowls from Jan. Official VO website. All right, here we go. As we're still calling the game. Internet's going slow here at the moment.
You know what? That's one thing I have noticed. I think there's so many people checking results that the data's slow. Whether it's just Optus, I'm not sure. But I've struggled. That's a good shot from Phil.
Yeah, much better than his first. Rightio, Jimmy's just given Soph a tap on the shoulder. We're basically going straight into it. Yep.
Get off.
Get off. We're sick of you.
Shot here. Well played.
Great bowl,
shot.
Jan. Gives him a chance.
Does give him a chance. That's a great shot.
Right.
I would almost backfield to draw this, to be fair, but...
Now, unless... Well, here's the thing. If they're written the right way...
Yes.
It says in 2012, Lee, Shannon, Edwards won the
Yes.
mixed pairs with Lee's name first.
Right.
But I'm a betting man that Lee
Lee
probably
would've
skipped
skipped
that
that,
rink.
yeah.
Yeah. So
Because it's up here as well in the opposite direction in
Correct.
2017.
So as Phil comes down, oh, just shy.
Good effort. Now, Thor's got a
He's got chances here.
good chance for 5 here, but obviously we've got Super Skip Leonie.
So that means we need to fix up the website if it's wrong.
There we go. Traralgon Bowls Club is a dead zone for phone reception. It's not just us.
Thanks, Matty. Yeah, I've noticed it's just different spots. We're working out of the back room
Yes,
in the behind the
function
mezzanine
room.
area, and I've had a few work phone calls up there, and it's worked fine.
I think it's just a spotty area. We've got our juniors going back out to the green. I think have they got 1 or 2 more games today? I believe it's just one.
Oh,
There's
I
not
meant
a
two to
5:15.
No, I don't believe we've got it. The only thing we've got at 5:15 is the men's
singles. Yeah.
singles.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's fair. So this is their last game for the day.
As Thor be looking to draw here. He's got 2.
Yes,
I mean,
absolutely. Touch her, tuck it in, so Leonie sort of makes it harder for her to get to. He's not far away.
Jan's clapping.
Sure, can't see, but we
Come on,
can.
Jan.
That's a good shot.
Good ball.
Three.
Counts.
Well played.
Ooh.
And he backflopped. I've noticed a lot of that here.
Looks like we're going to start the juniors off on a different time start, which is going to make sense.
That's
They're
right.
all ready to go.
May as well.
Look, Leonie only has to get 1 in here roundabouts.
Mm-hmm. We've got the jack high
She's
foot
going to
again.
have last bowl this end as well.
Yes, that's big for her.
She
That's
keeps
what-
it to 2 or less.
Yep.
It'll be game over.
Yes. That's nice, quick maths there, JT.
That's one of my strong points.
Yeah.
Right, let's have a look.
Looking a tad narrow.
And even a
tad
bit short too. All right, she's got 2 bowls to correct. Decider. As Phil stands in front of the camera again, he's doing a great job. Crowdering.
There we go.
Once Thor bowls his bowl, I'm going to try and say, hey, get out of the way, Phil.
Won't see. For context, that yellow bowl you're seeing just over his shoulder is approximately maybe 2 feet short.
Fraction quick, but still in a good spot where if
Very
he
good
happens to
spot.
trail the jack, he can still get a number.
Yeah. Here we go. We can see the head now.
That's better, Phil.
Thank you, Phil.
We actually had a shot in between games. Said, mate, come on. And he took it in good jest. And he's come about, well, no, he's at least got it to the side a bit better.
Now this one looks better. Also a tad quick. Thor's already called the shot before the bowl finished.
Turn the jack a foot, he said.
He knows what he wants to do.
All right.
This is big.
If he can get this, even if he just draws it, doesn't trail it, it's still
No.
4.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
I'm not saying he's loving it.
He hasn't given up, but I think he wanted it to hurry.
Well, it's actually good speed.
No, it's a great shot. So there's 4. This is big.
Well, the last time she was a huge number down, she got shot.
Yeah.
First, second, or third shot
I
we'll do
will say
here.
there is gaps.
There
but
is. There's also things to sit on as well.
Exactly. I don't know if she likes it.
Trying to get the angles.
I think she's short again.
wide. Oh, my call's wide.
Oh, well, you're right. No, I'm slightly right.
No, we're both right.
4, I believe. 4.
4.
Okay.
Wow.
I don't want to jump off this game. I'm sort of excited. But I do have to get ready.
Nah, thank
but
you.
Jimmy's disappeared.
No, it's all right. I can just
Okay.
talk by myself.
Thanks
it's hard
for having
work.
me, JT.
No, thank you for coming, Soph. Appreciate it.
Perfect. I'll go get ready.
And good luck in the
I'll be
final.
on the other end of this live stream in a second.
Correct.
See ya.
So, yeah. Rightio. I've got the hardest gig in the world, talking by myself. Can I talk to you, Brad? Or should I put another mic on and just talk to myself, and have a conversation? Or I might get BV president, who is sitting near me, Pat Schramm, to jump in the seat for one last end. Thank you for doing a favour, Pat.
No worries, JT. Absolutely. You're loving it here, aren't you?
Well, no, we actually got a good little system today. So Maddie and I generally start, and then one of us gets off for 5 ends, the other comes on. And just a bit of rotation, some guest speakers. And
I think that's good.
And,
absolutely good.
Because it is hard talking, believe it or not, for 15 ends. And even people like me who say that I can talk underwater with a mouthful of marbles, still talking for 15 ends is a hard gig.
I would have said talking concrete.
Well, that too, you know. So
yeah. No.
Sophie had to nick off because she's about to start her final of the triples. So we're going to call this last end.
Yes, and Morty and her partner,
Thor,
got a 4 then. So
there's life.
Yeah, well, they've got to play the last end to finish it off.
Correct.
So it's always good to have to play out a match.
Correct.
Disappointing if you don't. So there has been some great bowls.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I wasn't here for the semi-finals. I was in the car coming down, but I believe they were brilliant matches too.
So I reckon so far, and unless this game changes, Leonie Flynn has played the best bowl of the semi-final.
Yeah.
And she's probably the best bowl of this final, which was early. I don't know whether you've seen it, Pat. I know I seen you walk in and you're at the back of Tone, and I think it was the third end. She was 6 down, so she was full count down, and she drew shot. She got shot. So that, if you look at the schemes of the score right now,
that one bowl actually made a huge difference.
Correct.
To the whole match.
Yeah.
I didn't see it, but I heard it.
Yeah.
Because the crowd just went wild. The roof nearly lifted off at Traralgon.
I think there's a battle now for Thor and Jan, and as Jan's dropped a couple short, and that will make it very difficult to try and get
yeah, that's right.
5.
Yeah, certainly does. But anyway, they've fought it out, made them play 15
Correct.
ends.
Yeah.
It's always really sad if you have to finish beforehand. So I did take a little while to work out the colour of the paddles.
Yep.
I was a bit slow, but then when I look at the scoreboard, there's one name in green.
Yes.
And there's one name in yellow.
Now, if Brad was any good as a technician, he would actually make the scoreboard on our screen yellow and green too, and all of a sudden we have everything in some synergy.
That's exactly what I just said to Matt Ottobre. I said, if on the... because Matt said, the colour of the paddles doesn't help the viewers at home. And I said, well, just put it on the scoreboard on the screen.
Shaking hands.
Yeah.
They've conceded. They needed 5. A couple of their bowls were short, and and they've won. So commiserations to Jan, Morton and Thor Shannon.
Yes.
They've had a fantastic tournament to make the final.
Absolutely.
And a massive congratulations to Phil Crowder and Leonie Flynn, who are our
very excited people.
2023 Henselite Victorian Open Mixed Pairs champions.
And don't you love mixed pairs? It's one of my favourite events.
That's brilliant. And as I said, we've got the juniors there too. So I've only got you in for a couple minutes.
It's okay, Josh. I can cope.
It'll give me time to go to the toilet in between matches. So for those at home, stay tuned. Just keep watching the BV Facebook page. We will have the ladies triples final.
Yes.
Michelle Tate's rink playing Trish Doolan's rink.
Yes.
That'll be coming up shortly. And as I said, what we said before is we're going to get clever and we're going to stagger the men's starting time so that if the men's is a ding-dong battle, we might catch the last few ends of that as well. So
very good thinking at BV.
Look, I can't take credit for that. Maybe Jimmy. I don't like to give him much credit, but there's some credit for him.
Okay. He's done a great job.
He has. He's done.
Yeah.
So thank you, Pat.
Thank you, JT.
Cheers, guys. See you soon.
Pack the car for Gippsland, a place of all kinds of wonder. Weave through postcard-worthy rainforests, lush hills, jaw-dropping coastline, and shimmering lakes. Plan a road trip for your star-studded journey today at visitgippsland.com.au.
The Get Active Victoria app is an easy way to step into everyday activity with videos on yoga, dance, low impact and more. Set your own goals and track your progress. Download the free Get Active Victoria app today.